Hey guys, so I'm going to show you how to make a simple header, kind of like what you saw in the beginning. Let me just take off this. Well, I don't want to take that off yet. But basically all you need is a photo. I like a side photo, but you can use kind of whatever. Grunge texture. So go to Google, type in free grunge texture. I'll also provide this in the description or whatever, and a font like this. This is the font I'm going to use, Sunrise International. And what we're first going to do is cut out our subject. Okay, that looks fine. If you want to hit select and mask, my bad, you can kind of see how it's going to look. I like to smoothen it out a little just so the edges don't look as choppy. Maybe a little bit of feather and a little bit of contrast so you don't see the feather. And that's pretty much it for that. And then what we're going to do is hit this button here. It just masks everything out. Now I want to add a little bit of sharpen to this. I'm going to go to sharpen, smart sharpen. Oh, it added it to the wrong thing. Make sure your photo is selected, not the mask. Okay, that works for me. Okay, next I'm going to convert it to a smart object before I put it into the base. This just prevents it from losing any quality, because once you scale it down in this and you don't put it in a smart object, it'll lose quality if you decide to scale it back up. So we're going to go ahead and drop that in. You'll see how it is over this. What you do is right click, create clipping mask, show transform control so I can see where he is. Oh, that is bad. I hold down, oh, nope, that's the wrong button as well. Hold down Alt to make him smaller. It might be Shift if you have an older version of Photoshop. And don't worry about the edges, we'll take care of that later. Alright, so next we are going to add the text. We'll just put his name a few times. Sunrise. Sorry, for some reason the text is taking a second to load. There we go. Hopefully I'm spelling his name right. Taryn. Gonna make it white just cause that's what we're doing. Gonna start positioning things. Let me make sure that's how you spell his name. Taryn. Yep, cool. Then we're going to kind of make an arch, just to kind of add some pizzazz to it, I guess. Then I'm going to convert these into a smart object. And I'm going to duplicate the layer. When you do this, this releases the clipping mask, so you need to put this back under one of them to clip mask it again, and then you can reposition everything. It sucks, but you know, it's kind of how you have to do it, because I haven't found a better way to do it. And if you want to get crazy, you can do Control J. And that just makes another copy. Now you just gotta kind of figure out where to put it. Yeah, that's fine. And now what we're gonna do is add the squiggles. You like that? Squiggles. So, setting up your brush, make sure the hardness is at 100%. And I start off my brush pretty tiny. And for this, you're going to need to remove the lines, otherwise it will pick it up when you're trying to draw it. So, nope. And then you kind of just continue that outline. What I like to do is use the brackets to make the brush circle better. You'll see up here, if you hit the bracket, it'll increase the number. And the goal is not to make the perfect line, because that makes the style kind of look less authentic. And now we're going to start getting smaller. If you go back to the brush. And this is a little detail I like to add. Just kind of sometimes it doesn't always look good, so we will remove that. I think we'll just have it on that one line. We'll make it really skinny at the end. Oops. And you get something kind of like that. It looks it looks full and complicated and full of shit, but all we did is just throw in a picture, text, and make a few lines. But it looks cool. So the finishing touches, we need to add the grunge texture. I kind of want this to be over everything. I'm going to view the extras again so I can see the transform controls. And the last part of this is kind of just making it colored correctly. What I will do is, I'm thinking I'm going to do a duotone, so that's 2 tones. I'm going to make this background gray so it picks up the color. And I'm going to tear in black and white. I think I have to go to image, adjustments, black and white for that. Let's make sure. Okay, that works. What we'll do is add gradient map. And kind of create a 2-tone color that works. I kind of want to do something with purple and maybe like a light yellow, or maybe blue. Thing is, I want to make the purple darker. Maybe I'll change the... I'm kind of talking myself out of the purple. And if you feel like you need more purple, you just of course bring it over. But I like the amount of purple here. Once you get a duotone color you kind of like, I would recommend saving it. Duotone. And then you can just change the hue to make it something you'll want. So I'll give you an example. And you can just change it like that. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it like this. Okay, so for the edges, for this, we're going to make a layer, and I believe it's black that you put in. We'll find out in a second. Yep, black is what you use to cut out. So make sure you're selected on this mask layer that we just put on here. We're gonna feather out the brush to like 0% hardness. care of that edge. If you kind of want it to match on the other side, just put a little of that and that. And there you go. That's basically it for it. If you want to put a little vignette on it, go right ahead. I just recommend going like boop, boop. Let's put it under the adjustment layer so we get a little bit of that purple. And you get something kind of like that. It just adds a little purple vignette to kind of finish off the header. And now I'm going to show you how to make a matching icon with just using this file, so you don't have to throw it into another thing. For icons, I usually like to do 600 by 600, don't know why. 300 resolution, just makes the resolution better. What I'm going to do is actually save this for this tutorial. I'm also going to save this as a PNG because I don't want to fuck anything up. Oh, I'm sorry, I think I forgot to mention how to combine all these files together. You click on this file here, which is above all the other files. Control Shift Alt E is how you combine all those files together. Okay, I'm going to put the file in this. So you see how it's smaller? That's alright. It doesn't have to be scaled up that much. Oops. I'm going to zoom out a bit. I could do something kind of like this and kind of dip it a bit, and then I like to make it black and white. It just, well, let me make sure it is big enough first. And then I like to make it black and white. Kind of make sure everything, just make sure he's showing up correctly. Then what I like to do is kind of add a little bit of white to kind of take care of the edges, so you don't see Taryn's name as much, but you kind of still get some kind of design on it, because I don't want the text to be completely gone. I'm going to sharpen this just to make sure. Well, let me Control Shift Alt E. Sharpen. I'll just use the regular sharpen. And then you have something that goes with this. And I kind of want more of a unsharp mask on it. So it gives it more of like a painty feel. Yeah. I'll save this. Icon. And all these files will be available. I don't know if you need all the files together, so I'm just going to put everything in a zip file. But yeah. that's pretty much it for this tutorial. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Oh, and I will see you guys next week.